Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing something a little unlike what I usually do. I usually focus on the Rainbow High universe, everything about it, and review the episodes. And today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to be talking about today's subject, LOL House of Surprises, a 2021 animated children's series. I say children and not family because everyone knows that all family films are children films that aren't boring enough for the adults to pass out of boredom while watching. But anyway, let's get back to the review. There are definitely a ton of pros and cons, and the only actual reason I'm making this review is because I watched the series in 2022 after all the episodes have already aired, and I must say, I see why I like Rainbow High so much. I mean, I always tell myself, oh, there have been better shows, and oh, Rainbow High is kind of cringy and it's got some product placement. But when you really look at the iceberg of children's animated shows that, advertise products, you really see that, it brings out a lot of colors and bonuses that Rainbow High brings to the table that a lot of other shows don't. Also, another thing Rainbow High has on its side is a built-in plot. I mean, it's called Rainbow High, Rainbow High School, which automatically means that everyone's going to a high school. But with LOLOMG, there really is no plot, and you do have to be a little more creative while writing the story, something I think they failed terribly at. I felt like the story had some potential, there could have been something that worked, but it just didn't happen for me. So, in the first episode, we meet all the main characters, Swag, Neonlicious, Lady Diva, and Royal V. Of course, having some product placement in the background. Then, Swag starts cringe rapping, but whatever. So basically, the big plot of the show is that Royal B bought the old diner that Neonlicious, Swag, Lady Diva, and herself used to hang out before they became big old famous musicians. So that's kind of cool. And then they even have a couple emotional sentiments about oh, our old life. This is the place that brought us up before we were celebrities, before we were famous. They could have touched in on more of that emotional stuff and more deep, but of course, it's a children's show, so they only play on dumb logistics and antics. But of course, the show definitely has its strengths. Where it lacks in animation, it definitely does not lack in character design. I mean, sure, the character design isn't the best of the best, but it's better than a lot of other children's outfits that I've seen before. They're literally just shirts and skirts and overalls and stuff. Some pretty bland stuff. At least they got a little glitz and a little glam. But, well, then again, they are dolls. One thing I don't like is that the thing that really brought me to Barbie Life in the Dream House is that their hilarious antics about the fact that they all know that they're dolls and they're living in this doll-oriented world, but that's never really explained. Therefore, they have quirky antics, like the whole stick leg situation, and a bunch of other jokes about, them being plastic. This is one of my problems. I'm not saying that they have to do this, but with the entails of the whole plastic antics, in a way, it's kind of false advertising, considering that in the show, they can move their arms and their wrists, but that's fine because the dolls are fully articulated, so that's true. But here's the thing. They can bend their legs in the show, but they can't actually bend their legs in real life. The dolls are not articulated that way, so therefore they cannot be doing all these things that they're doing in the show. See, Neonlicious just bent her leg, and in a way that's false advertising, because these are supposed to be perfect animated replicas of the dolls as if they can bend and do all these things. The truth is they were trying to hide the soul stiff articulation thing, but actually talking about how the dolls can't bend their legs would make actually for a lot of great and funny antics. Now to my pros and cons list. I'm going to start with the pros first because there are only so few of them. But like the cons list is just so brutal. So I want to give LOL OMG some credit before they kill him off. Well, before I kill him off. First off, the first 2 episodes did have some emotion and heart and character, and I like how Lady Diva, like, they actually have characters, unlike Rainbow High. Like, the main Central Link cast is oh so perfect and oh so amazing. Like, they're also naturally nice. Like, for example, Skylar and Poppy magically start talking to Sunny randomly for no reason to pep her up. That's not the way the real life works. At least I'm glad that they're like, this makes sense because these people are not strangers. They've known each other since they were teenagers. So it makes sense that they're really good friends. But they also argue a decent amount. And I like how Lady Diva has got some sass to her. Mostly in these types of shows, you have your 2 characters. You're extremely nice for no reason protagonist, and you're extremely mean for no reason antagonist. Lady Diva is a nice subtle in-between, with her being one of the protagonists and can be nice at some points, but also sassy and a little rude and not caring about others at other points. She has flaws, and she's kind of selfish. That's enjoyable because we need protagonists with flaws, not just clean slate protagonists that we can inject ourselves into. Because some people don't really enjoy seeing themselves as the characters, but really they enjoy seeing how the characters grow and flourish and how they like their cute little quirks and personality traits. So apparently, I'm currently trying to generate some pros. The jewelry and the animation looks really shiny. I'll give them that. The transitions aren't terrible. The pacing is okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The pacing for the first 2 episodes isn't bad. The outfits look nice in animation. I'm really just stalling and looking for things to say. Royal Bee is really nice. I love how her sassy attitude doesn't always make her rude and mean. Okay, now here's what you guys were really waiting for, the cons list. And boy, is the list a list. Number 1, horrid product placement. Did you see that character over there? She's a doll. 2 characters in the background, also dolls. Those girls, also dolls. That guy, also dolls. I have nothing wrong with putting the dolls in your background for background characters because you can't just have an empty world. So, like, I can excuse this, but the real problem is the plot of the show. Now, this could have worked if it followed the consistency of the show, but it doesn't. The plot of this episode is basically Candylicious, and Candylicious needs help as the waiter of the diner. Here's my real problem. Cool Lev. He is just here for no reason. The product placement for him is so bad. You could literally remove him from this episode, and I actually think that it would be better. Because, like, they have this whole montage of him. He's doing dances. Cringe. That's it with cringe. This whole thing is cringe. That's bad. That's really bad. Oh my gosh. Stop. Stop it now. Make it stop. Please. End my suffering. Okay, they ended. So to summarize, Cool Lev is a one-dimensional character that's never really explored and is only there for product placement because he doesn't push forward the plot or help in any way. This truly is where we get to the pinnacle of horrible children's television. This footage you are about to see has not been edited at all. That's right. This girl just floats out of the sky with her limited edition standard. That footage was not edited at all. I did not cut out any scenes to speed up the process. We are in the final 1 minute of the episode and she shows up. So I have a lot more to say and a lot more to rant about, so I think I'm going to continue in my next video. So, yeah, just check out some other videos and I'll make a part 2 about why I hate this series so much. And I'll see you all next time. Basically, the product placement is trash. Bye!